Brandon Palaniuk here, Major League Fishing Pro, and you see me holding a suspending jerkbait. And one of the first things you think is I'm going to be talking about cold water and slow fishing, but that's not the case. It's hot, summer, dog days, and there is not a breath of wind out here. And I'm going to use this bait in shade lines and funnel points. And what I mean by that is, you look, we've got a bridge behind us. That's a perfect place for those fish to school up and ambush, and especially the fish that don't want to go deep. They can stay up, stay shallow, and stay in there and let that bait fish come to them, because the entire lake has to come down through that bridge. It's going to create a lot of current, and it's going to force the bait fish through that bridge where the bass can sit and ambush those prey. So if you guys feel like trying something new in the hot dog days of summer, throw a suspending jerkbait around those shade lines and those bridge pilings and see if you can't catch yourself a bunch of fish. First things you think about when you think of a suspending jerkbait is you think of cold water, early times of the year, but really one of the times that a suspending jerkbait really shines is in the dog days of summer when it's really hot. A technique that I'll use is throwing a suspending jerkbait to do something a little bit different than what most guys are doing, and I'll look for shade lines like this, you know, bridge pilings, riprap banks that have have shade on them, and those fish, they'll actually get schooled up in that shade. You know, it's a super hot day, not a breath of wind, but you can catch a lot of fish and a lot of really big fish fishing those shade lines with a jerkbait. You know, it does an incredible job of imitating a dying bait fish, and that's what those fish are doing in that shade line. They're sitting there waiting for fish, you know, bait fish, whatever it may be, bluegill, perch, shad. They're waiting for those fish to come, you know, because this creates a funnel point. So these fish, they have to move through this bridge to come through, and those bass are able to sit in the shade. Like I said, it's hot. Underneath that shade is going to be a little bit cooler for them. And so I'll just target those fish in these shade pockets and catch some of the biggest fish of the year right here, throwing a suspending jerkbait in the dog days of summer.